help me.
Run. Go... Have a care, traveler. My Lord Rogar's fields are overrun with hideous goblins and spiders. Whatever business you have here, best come... You must come of spirited stock. If you truly wish to help, speak to Hrogar up at the manor house. Sure.
These once fertile lands have been reduced to ash and dust. I was wounded in battle during the Akaviri invasion of Stonefalls years ago. A sweet soul named Edwina nursed me back to health, though her family disowned her. Many of these milk drinkers consider it heresy for a dark elf to marry one of another race. As if the three care who we love and live for. Despite the hatred, Edwina and I have stood strong. The goblins have slaughtered many of my men. Even my has been sent to his funeral pyre. Now my youngest son, Bjork, has gone missing. Troll, my middle son, Gar, is leading the search for Bjork west of the Hall. Go, help him find his... Speak to my son, Gar, outside the manor house. Those beasts and their bugs lair in the mountains north of here. They scuttle along the coast, catching fish and squatting in caves. They use the caves along the coasts as supply drops for landing troops. They drove the goblins from their caves and killed their...
These goblins are merciless, stranger. They don't feel pity or remorse or fear. And they won't stop until they're killed. You want to help? Get out there and kill some of those stinking gobs. Bjork is nearby. I heard him call my name.
Your attack on those vermin was heroic. You made them regret the day they left their stinking dens. We're in trouble. Your diversion worked, and Gar went looking for his younger brother. That's the good news. The bad news is the goblins are gathering for a final attack on the hold. Quickly, get to Hrogar and...
What news of my sons? Has Bjork returned? Warriors, to me. Protect the hall and save...
There seems no end to war.
Defend the hall! Slay the goblins!
Die, Isgramor! We've won the day!
So much to do.
Shaw's bones. You have to help. Ugh. Miserable. They're missing. We found Bjork. We were escorting him home when we were ambushed. The goblins must have... The spiders encased their prey in cocoons. If Bjork and Gar were taken, you'll find spider cocoons along the beach east of the manor house. Look there. Show no mercy.
The goblins have captured Gar. They took him into a cave near the beach.
Got to kill the Goblin Warlord and his Spider Queen when we have the chance. Follow me. We're in the heart of the cave, friend. Now is the time to strike. What do you say? Think we're mighty enough to take on the Goblin Warlord and his Spider Queen? Crush the eggs! Crush them! That will draw out the ugly Spider Queen and her Goblin ally. Sovngarde awaits. We'll kill these beasts and send... I'll watch your back while you crush spider eggs. Weapons out. Here they come. For Bjorn! For Hrogar! For Isgramor! I'll watch your back while you crush spider eggs. Weapons out. Here they come. For Bjorn! For Hrogar! For Isgramor! I'll meet you at the hall.
I understand you were instrumental in crushing the Daggerfall army at Devon's Watch.
The attacks are faltering. You've driven the goblins back. Shore's bones, Traveler. Without your help, we'd be attending my son's funeral, instead of celebrating a victory over the goblins. I'll never forget how you helped to defend my hold.
Father, I brought the head of the goblin warlord.
Well? Why must I suffer? I don't know if I can go on.
Hold. What's your business? In case you haven't noticed, friend. Sure as bones. It's good to see another competent fighter. General Serian has dug into Fort Virak like a tick on a dog, and we're having a cursed hard time digging him out. The Covenant has taken Fort Virak and reinforced her walls. Strong Nord reinforcements are waiting for us in the rift, but this fort keeps them bottled up. Our catapults can't crack the walls, and they've repelled every... Garen Inderol is leading the charge. You can find him at the command tent west of here. Word is we've got General Serian backed into a corner. May Kain speed you. Split some Covenant...
By the three. Good to see you again, my friend. My spies are telling me General Serian sent most of his forces to Vivek's Antlers. He shouldn't have the strength to hold Fort Virak, but he's repelling our attack. You're the only one I trust to do this. Go to the front lines. This sounds gruesome, but I need you to inspect the bodies of Covenant troops after they fall. Look for anything...
Armageddon is at hand. Come forth and destroy. These mortals are strong, but not strong enough.
Did you find anything suspicious? Now you can see why I had you investigate. I didn't want to panic my troops. After each day of fighting, we've allowed the enemy to collect their dead, out of respect. Sarian is raising them at night to face us again the next. That old lizard, Wox, came to me with a plan to infiltrate the fort. I told her it was too risky. Now we're fighting a losing battle. It's time to take a risk. Walks in ash.
I've gathered some of our most skilled fighters here. We're poised to infiltrate the fort as soon as the way is open. You're the perfect fit for... My grandsire was a powerful shaman. He passed down an ancient formula for an elixir that allows a traveler to walk in the other world between the living and the dead. It works on those who've become attuned to the realms beyond. You're different. You must know that. Not all of you is with us, yes? That makes you the perfect candidate for the elixir. Using the... Yes, drink it. Then you'll be able to go where we cannot. Of course, not all in the other world will welcome you. Contact with the beyond could be unpleasant, so avoid any creatures you see there. Like eels through seagrass, we're inside. Well done. As we speak, my troops are attacking the fort's main yard. We still have plenty of work to do. Without reinforcements, these troops won't last. It's time to finish off General Sarian and his abominations. Then we can reclaim Fort Virok for the Pact. Holgan and Tanville have rallied the Nord and Dark Elf troops. They're just waiting for the signal that the gates are unbarred. After the gates are unbarred, look for Sarian in the fortress keep. We think he's holed up inside, studying his spellbooks. Blood for the Pact.
I'll make it. Don't you worry.
We'll meet you in the secured area. For the Pact!
Excellent work. Meet Walks in Ash and me when you're finished.
Too late. You've come too late. He's gone. That milk drinker was experimenting on us, turning us into fodder for his undead legion. Too late for me. Dying. Then I'll reanimate. Sarian's planning.
I prayed someone would come.
The yacht is secure. Once again, the Pact controls Fort Virak. Yet General Sarian still lives. Where is he? He has much to answer for.
That Covenant general is a monster! Thank you, soldier. We'll ensure the dead rest peacefully.
We can't let General Sarian finish his ritual. Garin and I are ready to dispel his wards.
He'll face the dead. I don't know how he's doing it, but Sarian has transformed our warriors into undead slaves. Once the ward is down, enter the gate. Make...
The ward has been dispelled. Go find Sarian. We'll join you as soon as we've recovered our strength.
Glory for the Pact! The Clockard is ours!
We've done it. The General is dead.
No! I must not fail.
Not Garin! Not Garin! The Daggerfall Covenant took my son!
Tanval. No! The Coral Heart is too powerful.
No, Holden! The Covenant must pay!
Tanval. What have you done? Shaw's bones. Tanval's gone mad. I can't believe he took the Coral Heart. And Garin! Curse the fates. The wolves are circling, my friend. He's planning to use it to release Sadal, the second brother of Strife. We've got to stop him. All of Stonefalls will suffer if Tanval exploits the Tormented Spire. Absolutely. Troll's blood. Anything could break us apart these days. How do you think the Argonians and my fellow Nords will react to this? If Tanval summons yet another magical juggernaut into the Ashlands, there's only one place he could have gone. Kraganmore. The city is the gateway to Tormented Spire. To get past the wards at the base of the mountain, he'd need to talk to the Dres Grandmaster that holds the key. Go, and stop him. Go, my friend. Stop Tanval from getting himself killed. I've already lost too much today. I'm wounded, curse it, but I'll try to answer any question. Sadal is the second greater brother of Strife. We put Balrith back into his cage at Ash Mountain, but his ancient fiery brother still lurks in the heart of the Tormented Spire. We can't allow Tanval to let that monster... Another one of these cursed Morrowind volcanoes. Like Ash Mountain, they made the Spire into a mystic prison to hold a brother of Strife. It's south of Virak, just beyond the town of Kraganmore. It's a bastion of House Dres, and their Grandmaster is the only one with access to the mountain. The Spire has a mystic veil that stops anyone from wandering to the top. To get to the Spire, we'll have to deal with the Dres. Garin is why. He was Tanval's only child. For all the medals and honors he received during the war, I think raising Garin gave him the most.
This is a damn disaster! The savior of Davon's Watch and the Virak Siegebreaker. Thank Vivek you're here. Kraganmore has been... Tanval Indoril entered town at the head of his personal vanguard and demanded an audience with the Grandmaster. Now the vanguard patrols the streets. They command... I don't know. But when he came out from talking to our Grandmaster, he was in charge. Our house elves and slaves alike are terrified. If you want to help, please speak with our Please speak to the Grandmaster. Everyone who wants to ascend the Tormented Spire must speak to the Grandmaster of Kraganmore. House Dres controls access to the peak. It's an ancient site of magic and blood. Dres holds a magical pattern for a key, a mystical focus that allows you to pass the veil protecting the spire. Only with the key can one make the climb to the summit.
This is a bad time for Kraganmore, traveler. Are you here on business? If not, you'd best... Don't we all? I wish you luck, stranger, but you probably won't find much here. Grandmaster Omin has been transformed from a bloodthirsty Nixhound into a simpering Gwar. Maybe one of the guardsmen here can tell you.
Stretch that line!
Surely we can compromise on the matter.
Remember, Grand Master, the urgency of our business.
As you say, Captain. As you say. Who are you? What gives you the... Oh. The hero of Fort... What brings a war hero of the Ebonheart Pack to distant Kraganmore? I would be more welcoming, but today important matters... Apologies, but the Vanguard demands my attention at the moment. If you have further questions, and I'm sure...
Quickly, friend. Over here. Caution, stranger. Speak quietly, lest one of the Vanguard hear us. Tarnvil Indoril and his Vanguard stopped here on the way to the Tormented Spire. At first, the Grandmaster refused Tarnvil access to the mountain. Then Tarnvil snapped. Tarnvil has lost control. He must be stopped, but first, the Grandmaster needs help. Nadra Slaw upstairs will know more. Go.
Honor to you and your house. What can I do for you? No, we'll need to take the information from the Vanguard. As I see it, you have two options. You could sneak into their barracks here in town. You'll need a disguise to appear as one of the Vanguard. The sentry at the door is turning everyone else away. Once inside, try to stay out of sight. Speak to Kasha. I hear she might have what you're looking for. The Vanguard set up camp east of town. When Tarnvil went to the spire, he took most of his troops with him. Those left behind won't like someone just wandering in. Excellent. What have you decided? Good luck. Beware their blades. Even the inexperienced members of the Vanguard are deft swordsmen. Of course, I'll take Tarnvil Indoril. It's an ancient site of blood, magic, and power. Sadal? Each great house has its sphere of influence. Would you begrudge the Hlalu their merchant contracts? House Dres has done much to help civilize the less fortunate races.
by chaos, by the void, and by darkness. May the doors of oblivion be flung wide!
Can't you see I'm busy?
No.
My scales are dry with disappointment. You are correct. The Dark Elves of Kraganmore do not swim in the River of Humor. I came here to delve into a nearby tomb, but the soldiers I heard a whisper of a sacred Dark Elf performance. Those who performed it splashed in the River of Humor, and the Dark Elves laughed. If you tread the dust... Don't eat any cooked trode, Lukiel. Just tell me everything you hear about the sacred performance. And ignore anything you hear about a secret society or a death sentence. Rumors say the performance required precision. Performing it incorrectly was punishable by death. A mysterious order protected the right, murdering anyone who performed it without care. Of course, I'm sure those are just rumors.
The look on your face. You've discovered where the Grandmaster's son is being held. Truly? The honored dead of Kraganmore have been interred in those tombs for centuries. They were built to honor the Daedra in the time of the Chimer. Well done. That tomb complex will be well defended. Take care. The tomb is buried in the mountainside. There's a tunnel that will take you right to its entrance. You can find the tunnel by leaving Kraganmore.
Before the three, as is my right and my duty, I greet you as the eldest of the brothers Randoro. No one has asked about the sacred performance in a long while, Noir. You dare brave the wrath of the Mirthless Order? Would you risk death to learn my secret? Very well, the first part of the performance goes like this. One day, in full view of the Noir, the mayor of Coal Canton, and so he crushed some muck sponge pulp into a netch's tentacles. There, go. And by my sacred oath, that is the only portion of the performance I am allowed to impart. Seek more knowledge in the Mora, where the bitter green grows thick among the bar. Performance of the sacred rite requires exact preparation. True humor must be taken seriously, so an improper performance demands death. Those who fail find themselves face down in the Hackalow. Well, have a snifter of grief then, Sarah's Swit. Just know that Kraganmore is the ancient home of the Mirthless Order. If you're... Own no weakness or fault. I greet you as one of the performing brothers. If you wish to brave the Mirthless Order, that is your choice. Here's the second part of the performance. In response, the Morog of Coal Canton released their Kwama, bled all across the Anmore and poured their Shane upon the ground. Justice does not know sleep, and the honor of your house is yours alone. I greet you as the youngest of the brothers Randoro. The mirthless order will track you, no doubt, but that is your choice. The third part of the performance goes like this. Only when the Mera was burned in a Sujam, the mare was put to the Dagon. The Mora was safe to travel again. There, it is complete.
Who are you? What do you want with me? Thank the three. Look, I know just how to get out of here. I used to play in these tombs as a child. You arrived in the nick of time. Out safely, I see. Thanks again for your time. Together, we've begun the liberation of Kraganmore. Let's get to my father. We'll run these...
Do you bring moisture? What have you learned? Quickly, tell me of the sacred performance. Moisten my scales. You are dulling my teeth. Please, does this go somewhere? I do not understand these words, but their performance is said to have made dark elves writhe on the ground with laughter. Perhaps this will finally immerse me in the river of humor. Here we go. Do you bring moisture? I do not understand these words, but their performance is said to... Everyone attend. I erect the spine of amusement. This performance is an ancient one. Attend. One day, in full view of the Nuwa, the Mera of Coal Canton crushed some muck sponge pulp into a Netch's tentacles. In response, the Morag of Coal Canton released their Kwama across the Anmor and poured their Shane upon... Only after the Mera was burned in a Sujama Molag and put to the Dagon was the Mora safe to travel again. Zuth, that made little sense.
Argonian, in the sacred name of the Mirthless, die!
Oh, that's terrible!
My son is free, and my hands are unbound. Now, the Vanguard will learn the price. Accept the thanks and esteem of House Drez. Now that my son is safe, I will always be in your debt for freeing my son. Yes, the Vanguard made the error of taking advantage of my noble house. I want that error corrected. Grandmaster Induril appointed his senior aide to command the Vanguard. I believe the man's name is Captain Dunver.
You have the gratitude of Sendrez, my new friend. I'd raise a goblet of wine with you, if there was time, but there... Father's given you the key, then. Excellent. I'll make a mark on your map. You should find a cave there that leads to the path up the... There should be 2 ward stones at the entrance, each attuned to a constellation. The Atronak and the Tower, if I recall. The key should allow you to disrupt those stones, and any others you encounter on your journey. 3 guys...
Oh, Mendrez won't shut up about you.
Is it done? Is Captain done? It is well. You've proven the strength of my great house, and you brought my son home safely. I now name you the Hand of Drez, and offer you my aid, should you need it in the future.
I don't deserve this.
Those dirty... Look what the Vanguard did. They confiscated my Guar pen to hold their supplies. They scattered my poor Gwar and laughed.
Do you think you
Aye, Vivek, you're the only one who cared. Here, take my herding rod. Use it to poke my loose Gwar in the ribs.
Wait, I don't hear things I drop. I'm so hungry.
I think they're all here. Thanks. Not everyone would stop to help a simple farmer. I'll praise your name.
Your soul.
This work isn't going to do its...
Welcome back to the fight, my friend. This mountain's been rumbling for hours, and we're stuck out here, blades in our hands, and no one to stab. So, did you get the key from the Now that you're here, you'll take the fight to the mountain. He's already inside. After he disabled the ward, Walks-in Ash managed to get some troops inside. The ward came back up almost immediately afterward. Damn that. Shore's bones. What would we do without you? Bring down the ward. These ward stones are the only thing stopping us. I've been better, my friend. Tanval and I have been shield brothers since the war, but Kain saved me. I might have to kill him to stop him.
Our allies have broken through. Press the attack!
The storm rages, but here I am, out of the rain. How goes the battle, my friend? The old protective wards have been restored. We swim against a current that is too strong. Zuth, you're the sun on my scales. The first ward is beneath the ruins, just... Other wards are in other ruins, along the approach to the spire.
see you've come to stop me. Thank Daedra. Down in the caldera, we tried to push past them. We failed. I'm lucky to be alive. I know that now. Sadal summoned the Daedra the moment we arrived. Even with the artifact, I can't control him. One final ward remains. Your key won't work. To disable the ward, you'll need to slay an ancient gatekeeper lurking in the caldera. Summon her at the ritual bowl below us. The gatekeeper is the only thing standing in our way. You know why, my friend. The death of my son, Garin. I couldn't bear it. Vivek knows. When I was younger, I had trouble with my anger. Yes, I should have known. The destruction near Davan's Watch, my dishonorable orders to the Vanguard, my shame at Fort Virak. I will never be able to atone. final ward down, the way is clear. Fortunately, Walks in Ash has restored some measure of my strength.
Yes, my Vivek.
Sadal is trapped between this realm and oblivion. With the final ward down, his prison is vulnerable. Now we can strike. We'll undo the mistakes of House Indoril. The mages who first imprisoned Sadal linger here. The portal to Sadal's realm will not open without their aid. I believe they are angry with me. Speak with them, my friend. Perhaps you can earn their trust. One awaits you on the platform in the center of the...
You bring chaos and destruction to our ordered afterlife. Why are you here? You intrude where you have no place. You weaken the rites it took dozens of mages to craft. Are you insane, mortal? Perhaps. But spell casting of this magnitude requires planning, patience. You persist. Very well. We used 3 focus stones in our binding ritual. Obtain the focus stone of flame from the southern rim of the caldera. Mind the lava. You return, do you indeed? Perhaps you aren't as short-sighted as that arrogant Indoril Grand Master. Seek out the spirit of Levisi Gilvain. She was with us during the binding of Sadar. She waits for you.
What do you seek, mortal? Trial and error is the essence of spellcasting. Many attempts are necessary before a spell succeeds. I'll teleport you to the top of Caldera. Simply retrieve the focus stone at the back of the nearby cave. You'll need to follow the spells we took to contain Sadal. What do you seek, mortal?
You again? Again, I find myself talking to you. Very well. As you've already seen, completing a complex spell requires precision. Controlling the ebb and flow of magicka is the heart of spellcraft. The cave behind you holds the final focus stone. To reach it, you must understand the ebb and flow of magic. You represent all living mortals here. Try not to. Your results? So you do. Unlike the Grand Master, you've proven you can act with planning, patience, and courage. Now, with our aid, we'll return to the caldera. Place the foci around the caldera platform. The other mages and I will take it.
The three, you've done it! Holgan, Walks in Ash, the Vanguard, and myself will follow you into oblivion and beyond. A word with you before we enter. We're here because of me. So many have died. I've shamed myself and my house. If I survive, I'm resigning my position. After me, Holgan is to be the commander of our forces in Stonefalls. The houses will have to promote another Dark Elf to my old position. Until then, Holgan is the only one I trust. Hold the portal. We don't want to be trapped here.
Weaklings! You think to enter my realm?
Pretty confident, isn't he?
Burn! Burn in flames!
Those poor creatures. May their souls find soft mud wallows.
Kind preserve us. Another ward. Can you open it?
Looks like it's just us. Stay close.
Lovely.
Fire will consume you! The needs are naught but dust and ash. Now you will join them. Scorch! Scorch and melt! Stonefalls will burn!
Stand clear of the flames. Coralhard can break his shield. Defend me!
Protect Tanvil. Seize Gramor!
Pull back! I need a moment to rest.
Cut those skeletons down. Don't let them reach Tanvor.
Storm breaks. Let the lightning strike.
Pull back! He's too powerful. We'll never break him. Finish it. Finish what we started.
Tanvor, what are you doing?
Summon the Guardians. I'll open a portal. Time to get out of here.
Tanvor, I'll see you in Sovngarde, my shield brother.
Safe. The Brothers of Strife are imprisoned. The storm is past. The spire is silent again. It is over, at least. He returned to wisdom at the end. Holgan will grumble, but he will lead. At least until the great houses choose another. As for me, I must return to my tribe. I will bask in the sun and try not to think of storms.
Honor to you, my friend. I had to say farewell. The honor of my house has been restored. Stone Falls is safe, and soon, Garin and I will be side by side. May the three watch over.
My shield brother is gone. He died as well as anyone could. Let's return to Kraganmore and drink. He what? Kyne, take him, wherever he is. I'm sure the old bastard is laughing at me. Imagine, leading the military here alone. I suppose I should thank you, my friend. Without you, well, I hope to see you again before we meet at Sovngarde.
I can't believe this. I just arrived from Deshan. Dethisum sent me. Perhaps you've heard of him? He's the consul for the town of Circamora, the Cirque. I'm here to spread the word and warn people about the Lodos Plague. It is a terrible sickness that is ravaging the Deshan countryside. Look, I need to send word to my cousin Dandri. You can find her at the Cirque. Thanks for your help. Make sure you tell my cousin that I'm all right. If you head south, you won't be able to miss the Cirque. Tell her I'll return home as soon as I'm able. It's pretty bad. People all over the region are getting sick. And they say that the plague turns the afflicted into monsters. The town consul, Dethisum, sent me to get help and warn other settlements about the plague. Well, truth be told, you're the first person, other than the bandits I've run into. And the afflicted heading for the Cirque. There's a lot of them. Word of the curative has spread faster than the plague itself, as far as I can tell. That's what the Mulbund claim. They showed up at the Cirque and set up a quarantine. They're offering their curative to anyone who wants it. But Dethisum isn't convinced they're telling us the whole truth. Bandits. They robbed me, roughed me up. But I'll live. And a few bruises won't stop me. I have a plague to... Dethisum doesn't trust them. Neither does his...
Explain once more why running was the best idea. Does it matter? If we can't light a simple fire, we may as well head back. You have my thanks. You have my thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There you are. It's about time you got here.